What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fundamentals Chess Rating Climb series, where I start the climb at the rating of 400 and try to go as high as possible. Right now we are at the rating of 900 to 1000 range, and at this stage of your career I want you to focus on these few things. Fight for the center. That's why you start the game with the king's pawn or the queen's pawn. Then develop your pieces, preferably towards the center rather than towards the sides. And third thing, secure your king. 99% of the times that means castle. So when the center opens up, your king is not stuck getting attacked. Another thing you want to keep in mind at all times is three things: so-called forcing or active moves, checks, captures, threats, also attacks. They go e4. Now, what do I recommend against e4? I recommend to balance the center with pawn to e5. They play king's pawn. We also play king's pawn. Now, looks like someone taught our opponent the Spanish opening, which would be developing the knight first to attack our pawn, and when we would get our knight out to defend the pawn, then they would get the bishop to b5 to attack our knight. But looks like they mix up the moves here and forgot to develop the knight first to attack our pawn, and brought the bishop out, which is doing kind of nothing here. On b5, looking into an empty air. Okay, now what do we do about it? Why don't we develop our knights? How about we develop our knight while attacking their pawn on e4? It does look like a reverse Trompowsky. That's a good call. Okay, they defend it with a pawn to d3. Okay, good way to defend it. Now what? Now let's get our bishop out on a useful diagonal. I very much recommend usually developing our bishop to this diagonal, because that way we are watching for the weakest square in the starting position, which is the f2 pawn, because the only king is defending that square. Okay, now these bishops are kind of menacing, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, they want to pin our knight. Okay, now I have to stay true to my suggestion, which was when they pin your knight, you want to instantly kick that bishop away. Pawn to h6. Bishop takes f6. I'll take the knight. There you go. There you go. Is this my opponent? Uncommon thinking. Is that you? Okay, we take back with the queen. And now let's see if they notice our threat here. Ooh, they did notice our threat. That's why we developed the bishop there, okay? So we could immediately be lurking on that king. Okay, we could put an immediate threat to the king. Now, another principle I want to mention here is I would highly recommend not touching the f-pawn, okay? Because that opens up the king to a lot of different sorts of attacks. Okay, now we see that we have an open diagonal here. We probably want to go queen h4 check, but then they're gonna block it with the pawn to g3. So should we go to b6? What do you guys think? Okay, what should our next move be? Queen b6 is a very good move actually, because we are double attacking there, the knight and the bishop. But if we are 900, 955, oh, we are 955. Are we capable of seeing a move like queen to b6? We probably are, right? Another suggestion would be taking here on g1 immediately, and when they take, then we can go maybe check on h4, okay? But clearly this is a better move. Okay, double attack. That is so-called fork. Well, technically fork is, I think, when one piece is attacking two. But this way we are attacking both. Okay, the queen and bishop battery here is attacking the g1. Queen is also attacking the bishop on b5. So let's see. Mike, I know. I was seriously contemplating to make a third move with the queen. That was second move. Actually, second move. Yeah, that was the second move. But hey, if opponent touches the f pawn, then you can do it. Okay, only if opponent touches your f pawn or gives you a bunch of material to capture. Okay, if they touch their f pawn and expose their king, then we can move the pieces twice. Okay, and maybe even third time if you're about to capture a piece. Now, which one is better here? A check? That's a check. Or takes the bishop. Okay, I'm very tempted to give a check, but I also like material. Okay, so I think I'm gonna prefer here to take the material. Okay, because if we just check, then he may just move the king away. Okay, so we'll just take it. Oh wow, I see another pawn here that we can capture. This is already fifth move with our queen in or fourth move in 8 moves, but 3 of them out of the 4 moves was a capture. Okay, so only in that case you can move queen that many times. Okay, now I think this queen has done its job and it's time to go back to safety. Wow, they go knight d5. Should we go to e6? Where should we move it? e6 or a6? Now, let me double check. Do they have any checks? Well, this knight is closest to my king. So, oh no, we cannot go there because this knight is close to us and they can give us a check on c7. Okay, that's going to be a fork. Okay, so we can't do that. Okay, if we can't do that, how about a check? I see a check. Yeah, means little more than just a rook. Okay, they blocked it. Now this knight here on our territory is doing a little too much. Okay, we could kick it away, but remember what our principles tell us? Our principles tell us secure the king. Alright, so I'm gonna go castle right now. Okay, short castle. And that means that we have finished the opening phase of the game. Okay, we fought for the center, we developed our pieces. Actually, not quite developed here, but we at least developed our king side. We also secured the king, so we castled. Knight is trapped. Is it? Is it? Where can knight go? Let's see. It can go here, can go here, can go here, can go here, because bishop is gonna capture it. Can go here, because queen is gonna take it. Can he go here? Well, I guess he could go to b4, but then we could probably take it. And when they take back, then we will take with the queen. Okay, so it is still gonna win us a pawn. So thank you for the recommendation, stranger. You are right about that. This knight is not feeling very comfortable here. All right, our opponent is thinking. Okay, thinking now what to do. So they probably would love to castle, but they can't. Okay, because our bishop is right here. That's another reason why you would not want to play f3 and open your king up. Do I recommend f5 in such positions? Well, good question, my friend. While I normally do not recommend making too many moves with the f pawn, as I mentioned earlier, that rule is only applicable before you castle. After you castle, opening up the f5 may actually activate your rook, which is a good thing. Okay, so thank you for that question, Saba. So I could make the modification to my rule. Okay, so we do not want to touch the f pawn before castling. After we castle and we see that our king is secure, then actually opening the f file here is gonna activate our rook. The fun fact here, the previous game we were also playing someone from Indonesia. What's going on here? Are they trying to set us up? Okay, they play pawn to d4. They are attacking the bishop. Well, first we are thinking of capturing back with the smallest possible material, right? The least valuable material. So let's take back with the pawn. Yes, it's a carnivore diet. David, we are carnivore diet people in here. Okay, we like to eat what comes on our way, but with vegetables though. It's not a junk food. Okay, it's not it's no sugars and no processed meats. Okay, just clean clean meats. Okay, steaks, knights, bishops. Cooked medium rare. Georgian barbecued. That's right. Okay, I think our opponent realized that they could not take with this pawn because they're pinned. Okay, so they took back with the knight. Now what? Well, now let's continue developing our pieces. Okay, let's develop our knight. Okay, we may have blundered here, knight b3. Actually, but we're 950, so we don't see as much. Okay, I know he was probably trying to capture with the pawn here, but he could probably hear the sound. Eaten with forks. Thank you, Zips. Thank you for the correction. That's important. Okay, now rook f1. I think they are used to castling here. They probably play bunch of over the board chess, and they probably touch the rook first and then bring the king around. And he did the same thing over the board on chess.com here, but for some reason king didn't move on g1. There must be another bug. There must be another bug on the website. Arbiter, can you come over, please? The king didn't move over. Okay, we are getting low on time here, so we should keep moving a little faster. Okay, let's take the knight. Okay, and if they take our bishop, we take their king. Okay, not for real though. That's actually illegal move. You can't take the king. Ooh, they move the king. They must want to take our bishop now, but not if we take their pawn first. Oops, actually I forgot. They can take our bishop anyways. I forgot. Knights don't go backwards at 900. You're right. This is getting exciting actually. We're both very low on time here. Okay, so don't mind me if I panic a little, okay? I may be panicking here in the next few moves. Only if opponent makes a move here and gives me the reason to panic. I think they forgot about the time. What? I was just about to start panicking and they resigned? Who resigns under 900? Like, or under 1,000? Okay, that's another rule actually. If you are under 1,000, do not resign. Okay? Do not resign. Even if you drop the queen, or I don't care what you blunder, do not resign. Okay? Always play until the end. Because trust me, I have taught a bunch of summer camps actually this summer. And I had people in the range of 600 to 1,200. Okay? And literally every other game would end in a stalemate. Okay? Unless someone mistakenly checkmates the opponent's king unknowingly, half of the games probably end up in a stalemate. Okay? So do not resign. It gives you a chance to get half a point. Okay? Now, very important thing. Again, I'm gonna repeat what I said previously. When you finish the game, do not jump on to play the next game immediately. Okay? Make sure here you click the game review and review your game. Okay? Where you made a mistake and where your opponent made a mistake. Okay? Both. You want to review both. You can learn from your opponent's mistakes too.